I got awesome new Cyberpunk 2.0 build for you. In this update we can hit higher level, get more attributes, more perks and make more cool builds with newer, overhauled perk system. And today's build will be build I personally play. I enjoy not going too deep into cyberpunk stuff, but still being able to use all these cool abilities and implants. And I call this build Cyber Trooper. If you are new to this game or forgot how this system works, I will explain it in 10 seconds. We level up by doing missions and side quests. Each level we get attribute points and perk points. First of all, we distribute attribute points in different attributes, for example, body. And then you distribute your perk points in this body category. The higher the body category score, the more cool perks you can choose. So main attribute for my build and early game will be Reflexes. It unlocks a lot of cool dialogue options, so it's fun to play too, if you're enjoying some role-playing. And let's get over this tree. So we're going all in into Reflexes. In the early game you can drop some points in other categories, I will explain later, but for now let's talk about this category. So what we want here, we want to go full all in on the middle tree and on the left tree. We don't need this stun jock actually, it's like vehicle skills that gives you ability to jump or slide from the vehicles or just to attack from them, but that's nice skill to have. So most importantly, middle tree. Middle tree will give you ability to be a lot more mobile in the combat, and that's what we are doing with this build. So first of all, we get in slippery. Faster we move, the more difficult for enemies to shoot us. And it's even more harder for them to shoot us when we dashing, dodging, sliding, sprinting or vaulting. And instantly in the early levels we want to go with these all skills: muscle memory, being able to reload our weapons while we're sprinting, multitasker to allow us to shoot while sprinting, sliding or vaulting, power slide increases slide distance, and parkour increasing vaulting, climbing speed. Then we get 2 points in dash to get reduced stamina requirements for dodging and dashing, and level 2 to unlock ability to dash. And again getting all skills over here. So we now can shoot while dashing, mitigate damage when dashing with 100% hit chance, we recover stamina if we're killing someone when dashing, and we got more distance when dashing towards enemies. And again we're like, as Cyber Trooper we want to go in and attack enemies like brutal striking shooting machine. And basically we're finishing this tree when we get high levels with air dash, so we can now dash in the air, aerial acrobat to improve maneuverability in the air, aerodynamics to increase strength of mitigation in mid-air, and tailwind. These will recover stamina for performing air dashes and double jumps, so our stamina won't ever deplete. And at the same time you want to distribute points in the left tree. And that's our bread and butter, our main weapons for this build. We will use assault rifles and SMGs. So we're getting points in this ready, restore, reload. We will reduce stamina requirements for shooting with our assault rifles and SMGs. And on second level we get faster reload speed when we got high stamina. And don't forget, we got high stamina and most of the time max stamina. So that's like coolest part. Surrounded skills on this perk will just increase your accuracy and effective range for these rifles and SMGs. And next skill, next perk, Sharpshooter, will give you faster aim speed, improved weapon control, and most importantly, each successful shot grants stack of Sharpshooter, plus 7% stamina regeneration for 2 seconds per stack, and it stacks to 7 times. And this skill, practice makes perfect, you want to get as soon as possible too. It will give you 7% crit chance and critical damage per stack of Sharpshooter. This will increase your damage dramatically in this. When you hit something like level 20, level 25, I guess you can get this skill already. And you finish this tree with Salt in the Wound. Shooting same target 7 consecutive times deals bonus damage equal to 100% of the total damage from those shots. And that's crazy. So it's not like double damage, it's 100% damage of 6 shots. That was shooted before 7 shot. But this affects only assault rifles. So with this build I like to use boost, I like to use some assault rifles, some SMGs. and they work very good together. And that's why we're getting second skill, Submachine Fun. As I told you, it will be fun build. So swapping submachine guns, SMGs, is faster and automatically reloads them. So that's like crazy and cool and fun skill. Basically what you want to do when you play in this build, you want to have one slot with the rifle and you just fire your full round at enemies doing incredible amounts of damage. Then you switch into slot number 2 with submachine gun and starting your submachine fun, because when you swap into this weapon you get increased fire rate and just starting to fire with this gun. And then you switch to slot number 3. This will reload third gun, it will increase fire rate, you will start attacking very fast, and then you switch back to second gun. And most importantly, when you finish in your reflexes, you want to get this Arkherenzikov. So this is your cyberware stuff that will give you ability to stop and slow the time. And when you're doing it in mid-air, you will be in the mid-air, so you can go and use dashes in the mid-air while slowing time and killing enemies. That's insanely fun, cool to use perk. So next up, what is important stuff to have with this build? While it's nice to have cool a little bit in the cool just to get more critical damage, cool is more like stealthy stuff. I like to have in cool 12 points, it's just rest of the points to increase critical damage, and I like to have something like feline footwork to increase movement speed and mitigation chance when you crouched, and you will increase mitigation chance when you're aiming from cover from unexposed. And you can take small target or some like road warrior skills or other stuff. So most importantly with this build you want to focus on body and technical ability. So technical ability will give you more armor, body will give you more health. And yeah, we're going and ramming into the enemies. We're not staying from the range, we're going inside and fighting with them. That's why we want to go into the body. In the body everything is very simple, you just go and take in this bottom part of the body. So you get in this painkiller to unlock this slow health regeneration in combat, comeback kit to give you more regen rate when you're low on health, Dorp head when you're using blood pump or health items you will get mitigation chance for 2 seconds. That's nice to survive in difficult situations. And of course we get in speed junkie to increase our health regen rate while sprinting, and yeah, we are sprinting a lot. And of course army of 1 to get more health regen when there's a lot of nearby enemies. Next up, in this category you want to have this adrenaline rush. You don't need it instantly, but you want to get it after you finishing your like reflexes tree. So adrenaline rush will give you more health regen, and finally you will unlock adrenaline rush mod when using these items. Basically it's additional health points from 30% to 50% and acts as extra health. And then you activate all other skills over here nearby this adrenaline rush. So you will get unstoppable force when adrenaline rush is active, you gain immunity to movement penalties. That's nice because we are rushing all over the place. Juggernaut, you will have increased movement speed and damage, and calm mind to increase time of adrenaline rush. And of course you get in pain to gain. When adrenaline rush is active, health items recharge faster. And to activate adrenaline rush you need to use these items, so I guess you see how this all starting to make sense. Because we're getting to our third most important attribute. It's technical ability. So why we need technical ability? First of all, it's giving armor, we're going inside, we're attacking enemies from the melee position with SMGs and assault rifles. So we need armor as much as health. And what we get here, so we need to focus on this middle tree and on the left tree. We don't need to pick every perk, so watch closely. We're picking Glutton for War. We will get 5% instant recharge of health items. That's like most important part over here. Additionally, we get more health from the last health item we have. Or it will recharge faster if we use only one item. That's like cool part. Then when we level up this thing a little bit, we'll get access to this part. So we got Health Freak, we got additional recharge speed for health items again, and for grenades too, and additional health item charge. When we are low on health, we instantly will recharge one health item. That's like crazy, so we can most of the time use as much as possible, as much as we need, and basically we will need to use them every time we possibly can to activate this adrenaline rush. And we will use them faster with Field Medic. We will use them 15% faster when we are in the combat. Additionally, we can get coming in hot to use grenades more often. It will recharge them faster, but it's like last perk you want to have, last perk you want to pick. Because then you want to go in Pyromania. Most of the perk levels will give more power to grenades, but first level will give additional recharge speed for health items. That's what we need right now. But we can finish this skill with level 3, because then we will get additional movement speed when we're hitting someone with grenade. So it's like last part of the build, we're just finishing with these perks, finishing touches. So it's the first part of the game we're using only medkits like most of the time and just normal attacks. And then we can start to incorporate grenades in our arsenal a lot. Yeah, you can use them whenever you like, but most of the time you don't need to use them too much. And you can just finish build with friendly fire, with resistant damage to explosions. But most importantly, we need to have this middle tree in technical ability. So we want to have all things cyber. To being able to go in rush into enemies, we want to have a lot of cool implants. So this stuff will give all cyberware increased stats. That's like cool part. If you got complete skeleton with cyberware, you will have less incoming damage. So that's like nice additional part too. Then you want to have these two perks. First one will give additional stat modifier to all cyberware. And this one, when you leveling up cyberware, tier 3 and higher, you will have additional options when you upgrading your cyberware. But you want to finish these 3 again. License to Chrome will give plus 10% to all cyberware stat modifiers. Level 2 will give plus 40 armor, and level 3 will unlock more slots in skeleton. And then you want to finish with Edge Runner. So you will exceed your cyberware capacity, you can have more cyberware if you need to, and when you're over your capacity, you will lose your health. But again, you don't care too much because we got lots of points in the body category, so we got higher health and we got a lot of medkit stuff, so we got adrenaline rush, so we got bonus health points, so you can go definitely over the category, and for each point you over the category you will have 0.1% chance to activate Fury, and in the Fury you will get plus 10 damage, plus 30% critical chance and 50% critical damage. That's just insane cool feature to have. And basically you want to finish build with some points in intelligence, and that's what I like to have in early game too, in early levels. Some points in intelligence will give you some cool abilities in the game to interact with some stuff, but most importantly you want to have this optimization and embedded exploit. So you will have more RAM recovery rate and all nearby perks besides system overwhelm. So basically what this stuff does, it's giving you ability to use your combat RAM skills. Some stuff like overload and other stuff, there's like cool skills to have to use. And sometimes you just need them to neutralize some sniper from distance, because you're using rifles and SMGs in the melee range, and when you see some distant targets you can use your RAM to attack them. So that's nice finishing touches to the build, and it's very nice in early game while you don't have a lot of points in body reflex and technical ability. And that's it for today's fun build for Cyberpunk. I hope you enjoyed it. Watch in the pinned comment for link to this build, and make sure to subscribe if you like fun and enjoyable RPG content. There are a lot of challenges on my channel, so you can watch them right now on the screen.